In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, all blessings are due to the seal of Prophets Muhammad, peace be upon him. Your Excellency, Sheikh Hamad bin Thamir Al Thani, the Al Jazeera Media Network, Chairman of the Board, Dr. Hamad Al Kawari, Your Excellencies, Ministers, Ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, Allah's blessings and His mercy. As a matter of fact, I was attracted to the title of this conference. The conference tackles the issue of the future of media. And we, when it comes to communication, we do build bridges with the media incessantly. And please allow me to resort to Hamad Al-Kawari's advice when he said that we indeed can use a certain terminology in the ICT, even when I speak in Arabic. Usually we deal with English in the ICT domain. However, I wanted to speak in Arabic in order to cleave to my roots and to my language and heritage. The ICT domain has been preoccupied, or rather went through certain trepidations when it comes to the digital revolution. The digital revolution, the ICT domain, thought that it will be threatening, especially when it comes to the margins and the revenues. However, the ICT related companies have kept the pace with the digital transformations. Rather than looking at the digital transformations as being threats, we looked at them as being opportunities in order to emphasize some of the revenue related losses that we incurred. And as a matter of fact, we focused on our efficiency and smart management. And in addition to that, the revenues that we lost were supplanted with others in accordance with what went on in the digital domain. 74% in accordance with certain studies, 74% from those whose age is between 20 and 40 do use or explore their time to the tune of 4 hours on their smart gadgets or smartphones, smart tablets. And indeed, in the media, Al Jazeera network has resorted to the Snapchat applications in order to attract this very important age group because this generation has not been used to watch TV and listen to a certain bulletin. I have actually watched the episode at Al Jazeera TV when they talked about becoming digital, and this was logical indeed. We want for the news-related information to reach the audience in an innovative kind of fashion whereby they can be attracted to this piece of information. And I would like to salute Al Jazeera for becoming quasi-digital in this regard. As a communication company, we do work in Southeast Asia and North Africa as well as the Middle East. We work in 10 different countries in different geographies. There are countries that we work in whereby certain people in the remote areas cannot reach the internet, and thus we need to think innovatively. The right to access information is an inalienable right for everyone, and we need not to differentiate between one sector of the society and another. And accordingly, The world is changing. We do not take any revenues from the SMS services nowadays, or the sound related services. We do provide what we call the data related services, and thus we need to have solutions and digital services, new ones, in order to expand the sector of our audience or our subscribers. There's another problem as well. The intensity of the populace in these cities, the inhabitants of these cities, and this crowdedness creates certain problems to the uh, uh, service provider companies, and hence we need to provide an IoT services or the Internet of Things or other smart solutions in order to manage such metropoles or such major cities for it to manage itself kind of efficiently, and also to provide different solutions that are transport related and so on and so forth. So the telecommunication companies ought to do the following, and this also is applied to the media, and I'll provide you with some examples. In America, the AT&T, the pioneering global telecommunication company, had uh, uh, bought Time Warner. And you know Time Warner, it's a very famous company that manufactures films and so on and so forth, because it wanted to transform its services through cable and through the media. Verizon, for example, also in the United States of America, is talking about building an alliance with Yahoo in order to provide integrated digital solutions. In Europe, most of the companies have transformed into becoming digital. Telenor in Belgium and another Spanish company, and these companies are saying that 30% of their and thus what we ought to do at Ooredoo. We had in place a workshop for the board of trustees in October, and we agreed to transform our company into becoming digital. Not only when it comes to the smartphones, however, it is a different it's a different lifestyle. But before providing these services for our customers, we need to have to create change from within. We need to be convinced 100% that the digital solution is the new lifestyle. I had a tabloid in my hand rather than having printouts, because if we wanted to provide such services to our customers, we ourselves need to be convinced that this is the modus operandi that we need to follow, the correct one. In 2011 as well, we had resorted to the fiber optic network. And last week in Barcelona, Arthur D. Little, and it is a specialized company in studies, is stipulated that Qatar ranks first in the fiber optics domain to the tune of 99%. Qatar ranks also first when it comes to linking the customers to fiber optics services to the tune of 99%. And Qatar ranks is very advanced in providing 10 gigabit to the customers of the fiber optics customers, and it ranks second in the provision of the television cable to the tune of 75%. This is first. Second, we had in place 5 data centers that are high profile or a tier 3 plus, and this is the highest tier that the company might resort to. And we had also the Internet of Things platform and we started to provide the smart services, including the smart signages, aggregations, and we started with the basics, and we develop ourselves day after day. We also liaised with PI work to provide the AI, or the artificial intelligence, in managing our networks without depending on uh, the uh, 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 the advancement or the enhancement of the number of workers. This is very qualitative, and this has been very efficient. However, we must also look at the other side of the coin, because applying such technological services will lead to certain cyber security related concerns. Cybersecurity is the hot potato in our world nowadays, and we need to have in place bylaws, regulations that are stringent when it comes to dealing with the information security. Ooredoo, for example, provides the service for the Al Jazeera.net in Qatar, QNB, the Qatar Central Bank, as well as other companies and firms. And grace be to God, because of the presence of the bylaws, the regulations, and the partners that are adept at developing their bylaws, these systems, and the Qatar Airways as well, these systems were not subject to any security related problems. What you are witnessing today, what will you be witnessing today will happen. I think this is nothing to do with delving into risks or adventures. I hope that you would look to the digital transformation as an opportunity rather than a threat. You need to seize this opportunity to develop this digital domain in order to reach out to all or the most of your customers, those who are the forefront of applying such solutions and benefiting from such solutions will be pioneering. Thank you for your listening.